for 313 yards this season, 1 touchdown, 7 interceptions. He's also ran for 188 yards and 4 touchdowns. So it should be an interesting ball game across the front line for AGWSR on defense. You have a 3-5 defense employed by the Cougars. 3 big linemen up front. Dalton Schipper, the 5'11", 214-pound senior. Joe Wiarda, the nose guard, and Michael Young is the other defensive tackle, the 6', 265-pound senior. At linebacker, a number of different guys will play. Tyler Rose, Liam Stubb, Levi Stockdale, Josh June, and Jer Stahl. And the secondary, you have Mason Eilderts, Tate Hoffmeister, and Landon Sanders for the Cougars. AGWSR will kick off, and the kicker for the Cougars is Nathan Karstjens. North Tama will have the football. So we are ready to get this one underway. North Tama and AGWSR tonight from Ackley. We are outside here tonight as it's it might be a cold night, but we'll just have to wait and see how things go. So far, it's not too bad where we are positioned. Karstjens sets up the kick, and he is ready to kick it off. Back to receive for North Tama, you have Scott Morrison and Nicholas Sierra. As the crowd rises to their feet, 12 minutes up on the clock, and this game is underway. It's kicked down the middle of the field, fielded on one hop. He gets a good block. That is number 13. He's out across the 40, and he's finally brought down at the 41-yard line. A nice return there for North Tama. That is Noah Bond on the return, and North Tama will take over at their own 40-yard line. So the Red Hawks get it at their own 40. And now they'll take over at their own 40. Capriva comes out under center. He's got Kreinert in the backfield. Twin wide receivers to his right and left. Nicholas Sierra and Joe Early to his right. Instead, it's a quick handoff right up the middle. Kreinert fights forward. He picks up a couple. He gets across the 40 to about the 41-yard line, and he'll pick up about a yard on the play, and that'll be a gain of 1. Well, it looks like they'll give him 2, and it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Red Hawks. Just underway here in Ackley between AGWSR and North Tama. In the backfield, you have Kreinert and Swanstrom. Under center is Capriva, trip wide receivers to his left. He takes the snap. It's a handoff to Swanstrom right up the middle. He's got a hole, breaks a tackle, and he takes a big hit right at about the 47-yard line. That was defensive back Landon Sanders bringing the lumber, and a gain of about 6 on the play for Alex Swanstrom. Swanstrom picks up 6, and a nice gain there for Swanstrom. So a 6-yard gain. And a big hit by Sanders. And now 3rd and 2. Jay Kalaw split out to the left. And Will Early and Nicholas Sierra at receiver. Split backs in the backfield. It will be Swanstrom running. He's wrapped up in the backfield. There's nowhere to go. And he's going to be dropped for a 2-yard loss. That'll push the ball back to the 45. That's a 3-yard loss on the play. And now North Tama facing 4th down. A nice play there by Tyler Rose. Came from his linebacker position to make that tackle. On to punt for North Tama is Cale Even. He just took over the punting duties when Caden Stewart went down for the Red Hawks. Back to return is, looks like Liam Stubb is back to return, and that's off the side of the foot. It's going to bounce at about the 45, and it's going to roll dead at about the 40-yard line. Well, looks like about the 35 is where they'll mark it. So good field position for AGWSR to start their first drive. Let's take a look at their starters quick. You have at quarterback Nathan Karstjens. In the backfield, Levi Stockdale and Tyler Rose. Across the front line, you have Terry Rummins, Dalton Schipper, Cody Lyons, Michael Young. And AGWSR sprints to the line and will go quickly. In the shotgun, taking the direct snap is Stockdale. He breaks the tackle. Now he's to the outside. 45-40, 35-30, 25-20. Stockdale down the sideline. One man to beat. He breaks the tackle, and Parker Lundy runs him down at the 5-yard line. A long gain for Levi Stockdale to start the ball game. He takes it from his own 35 to the 5. and that is a gain of 60 on the first run for Levi Stockdale. So Stockdale goes 60 yards down the left sideline, and the Cougars are in business. Started at the 35, and now another direct snap. Stockdale left side again. He breaks down to the 1, and he picks up 4 on the play. So quickly coming out in the Wildcat formation, Levi Stockdale taking all the snaps right now. Actually, it looks like Stockdale's playing quarterback for AGWSR at the moment. So Stockdale is in at quarterback for the Cougars. They come out in a bunch set. He's going to run it to the right side, and a penalty flag comes down. I don't think everyone was set on the play. That's going to be a false start penalty against AGWSR, and that's a big one because it backs up the Cougars. Looked like Stockdale was going to walk right in for a touchdown. Instead, that'll back him up 5 yards. Now Nathan Karstens will check in at quarterback and see what the Cougars come up with here on 2nd and 6 from the 6-yard line. That is the first penalty of the game against the Cougars. Karstens under center. He's got Stockdale in the wingback position. Eilderts rolling to the left. He gets it, runs up the middle, walks into the end zone, touchdown. Mason Eilderts goes in from 6 yards out, and AGWSR takes a quick 6-0 lead on just 3 plays. They go right down the field. And a 60-yard run, a 4-yard run, and a 6-yard run puts the Cougars on top 6-0. And to kick the extra point is Michael Young. Snap is good. The kick is up. It looks good, and it is good. The Cougars jumping on North Tama early. 7-0, 8:56 to go in the opening quarter. I'm Andy Jennings, and you're watching high school football on KDAO.com.
The live streaming of the play-by-play of this ball game is being made possible by the Hardin County Savings Bank, who reminds you that the first play in your financial game plan should be a stop at the Hardin County Savings Bank. And now banking at HCSB is even easier with HCSB mobile banking. Stop by the Hardin County Savings Bank for complete details. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. And by Hanson Family Hospital in Iowa Falls, offering health care you can count on. They offer acute care, medical surgical services, labor and delivery, inpatient rehabilitation services, diagnostics, 3 family health clinics, a women's health clinic, outpatient behavioral health services, and a specialty clinic. Find out how Hanson Family Hospital can help you online at hansonfamilyhospital.com.
Welcome back to the AGWSR High School football field. Andy Jennings with you on KDAO.com. The Cougars strike on a quick 4-play drive and take an early 7-0 lead. Returning it is Sierra, running up the middle of the field. He's hit and dropped just before the 25-yard line. Looks like they'll give him out to about the 24 on the return. Well, it looks closer to the 23. We'll see where they mark it. 8:46 to go in the opening quarter. Our game tonight being brought to you by the Hardin County Savings Bank and Hanson Family Hospital. North Tama will take over at their own 24-yard line. Coming out under center, no, Caprivo will go into the pistol formation. He's got 3 wide receivers. He's got Swanstrom, Sierra, and Early to his right, and then he's got Jake Halas on his left. It's a handoff to Kreinert. No, he keeps it, breaks a tackle, and Capriva still on his feet. He's across the 30. Now he's across the 40, and he's finally wrapped up and thrown out of bounds by Stubb at the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 15 for Capriva on a little quick fake option run. He kept it, broke a couple tackles, and able to pick up a first down on a gain of 15. So 1st and 10 for North Tama at the, well, looks like it's actually a gain of 16. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Morrison will split out to the right. He's got twins to his left, Will Early, and looks like Swanstrom. He's going to hand it off to Kreinert up the middle, and there is just nowhere to go as Michael Young, the big senior, came right through the middle of the defense, and that'll be a loss of about 2 on the play, as Young came right through the middle of that North Tama offensive line and throws Swanstrom, or Kreinert rather, for a loss. So 2nd and 12 coming up for North Tama. 7:55 to go in the opening quarter. 7-0 Cougars on top of the Redhawks. Split out to the left, you have Will Early and Nicholas Sierra. For North Tama, the tight end position is Scott Morrison. In the backfield, Swanstrom and Kreinert. In motion comes Sierra. Penalty flag flies, and it's a delay game penalty against North Tama. So delay game against the Redhawks. It looked like it was going to be that fly sweep as Sierra was running from the left side, coming to the right, but instead it's a 5-yard penalty. That'll push him back to the 33-yard line. They had a nice run to start the drive, a 16-yard gain by Cale Capriva, but since then, a lost yardage and then a penalty. Trip wide receivers to the right, Early, Sierra, and Swanstrom, and then to the left, you have Scott Morrison. And another penalty against North Tama. That's going to be a false start penalty. So that's now 2 penalties against the Redhawks. Actually, that was Joe Early on the near side there. Joe Early and Will Early all working in right now. You see a number of different receivers for North Tama here tonight that will play. So now 2nd and 22, just 7:10 to go in this opening quarter. Will Early, Nicholas Sierra, and Swanstrom split out to the left. And to the right is Scott Morrison. And the motion comes Swanstrom, hands off to Kreinert. He breaks the tackle. No, he kept it. Capriva kept it there. And he gets back to about the 30. He's actually going to lose a couple yards. So he'll lose 3 on the play. And that'll push the ball back to the, right at the third. Actually got 2 back. They had the second penalty to push him back to the 28. And then he picks up 2. But still facing 3rd and 20. And Capriva's in the shotgun. He's got trips to his left, twin wide receivers to his right. Capriva back to pass, looking. It's a screen pass. It's intercepted. It's picked off by Rose, and now he's taking it back. He's down to the 10, and Capriva pulls him down at the 5-yard line. Tyler Rose read that play like a book. He set right in, gets the interception, and that's the first turnover of the game against North Tama, as a big play there by Rose sets up the Cougars at the North Tama 5-yard line. I expect they'll try the same thing they did the last time, although it looks like Karstens is coming in at quarterback. So AGWSR will set up at the the North Tama 6-yard line. It only took them 3 plays to get in last time. Eilderts, and this time it's going to be Stubb coming in motion. They toss to Stockdale, running the left side. He's going for the corner of the end zone, and he's got it. Levi Stockdale punches it in from 6 yards out. That's the second 6-yard touchdown run for AGWSR here tonight. Stockdale's first touchdown run of the night. Eilderts punched in the other one, and this is another 6-yard touchdown. And AGWSR jumping on North Tama 13-0 after the 6-yard score on a 1-play drive by Levi Stockdale. And now in to kick the extra point is Young. It's a good snap. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. So Young misses the extra point. And with 6:13 to go in this opening quarter, AGWSR leads North Tama 13-0 on KDAO.com.
The live streaming of the play-by-play of this ballgame is brought to you in part by the staff at Eibling Insurance Services. They know, like the weather, your life could change at the drop of a hat. Don't be caught unprepared. Meet with your local independent agent, Eibling Insurance Services in Ackley. You can find them on the web or on Facebook. KDAO.com is your source for the best in area sports and would like to thank the sponsors for making the streaming of tonight's ball game possible. We encourage you to support these local businesses who not only make this broadcast possible, but support our area teams and schools throughout the year. We hope you're enjoying the streaming of tonight's ball game, and thank you for logging on to KDAO.com.
Welcome back to the AGWSR High School football field. Andy Jennings with you on KDAO.com. Karstens to kick off after the quick 1-play drive set up by an interception by Tyler Rose, and it's 13-0. That's a live ball down at the 40, and it hit right off, looked like Will Early's hand. It might have been It was actually Joe Early's hands that hit him right in the chest, but able to get on it is Parker Lundy, and North Tama will have good field position. So the Red Hawks will get it at the 39-yard line. That last drive, just one play, and Levi Stockdale punched it in from 6 yards out. He's already had a run of 60 in the ball game. North Tama coming out with a shotgun. Kreinert next to Capriva in the shotgun. Twins to the left. He's got Swanstrom to his right. Halas also to his right. Now Swanstrom motioning from right to left. Now Capriva looking to run it. Throws it late. He hits Swanstrom. He gets across the 40, and he falls forward to about the 37-yard line. And he's dropped right there. A gain of about 3 on the play for North Tama. So it picks up 3 as Swanstrom with a nice play there. An interesting play as Capriva was keeping it. It was almost like an option, but it was an option to throw the ball out to Swanstrom. Swanstrom had one nice run earlier in the ball game. He had a gain of 6. Twin wide receiver